We are in Ouray, Colorado, and it is known as the Switzerland of America. We are in our RV, but we're gonna go out and we're going to explore this beautiful town and some of the surrounding areas. We're gonna do some hikes, we're gonna do some cool drives, eat at some fantastic restaurants, do a little shopping, and just explore this beautiful space. Come on, let's go. We've made it to the Switzerland of America in Ouray, Colorado. Let's start out with exploring the town a little bit. We found this in one of the shops in Ouray, and it's a scavenger hunt for the kids. And it's got a bunch of different locations, and you gotta go find them and find the answers or find the items within the store, and then an employee signs it, and then you go to the visitor center and you get a little treat. So it's kind of fun going through all the shops. It allows me to actually shop and have Poppy kind of want to go into all the stores and Jack help her find some of the things. So it's a really fun activity if you're in Ouray and you got a kid with you. Try and find one of those, or go to the visitor center and grab one and go throughout all the different shops and stuff in town. It's a great option. So while we were exploring, I stopped off to grab some coffee at 1886 Coffee. It was a great coffee shop, all before heading over to Ouray Brewery for some lunch. They sat us downstairs by the bar, which was super fun. But then somebody came in that was handicapped, so they asked us if we would move to a different table upstairs, which we said absolutely no problem whatsoever. So these shots will be a little weird because we do start downstairs, but then we do move upstairs to eat our food. And I think it's fair to say everyone enjoyed their drinks. But if you do happen to come here and are seated at this table, take a picture of our sticker and tag us. So see if it's still there. I did a smoked salmon BLT with some yummy french fries. Jack, pass it off to you.
So I did the burger of the moment with buffalo sauce, blue cheese, an onion, lettuce, tomato, pickle, just for health, french fries, and then Poppy did grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. How are you gonna eat it?
I don't know. It weighs like 10 pounds. The sauce is dripping off the sides. It's gonna have to be a deconstructed burger.
Go for it. Try it.
Nope.
Go.
I have a white shirt.
How's your grilled cheese? Good. That looks so good. He's going for it. I already have it all over your face. Is it good?
There's a lot going on there.
Mine is so good. I would definitely recommend this. It's like good crispy bacon and really good like chunk of salmon. This brewery also has a rooftop with some really great views. Now let's go and keep exploring this town and work on our scavenger hunt so Poppy can get a little treat. She could have tried this. She said no. So you're gonna do a ping pong ball?
You guys should try it.
I made sure.
It's a big mattress, so you should be okay.
Daddy should not have ran this morning.
Yep.
And then now you're just gonna start traversing off over horizontally.
Say go, Dada, go.
Use rock features as well too, like.
Where's he gonna go next? Whoa, you sure you don't want to try bug? No, please. Daddy can stand behind you when you do it. This was one of the stops for the scavenger hunt, and it was a lot of fun.
I can you just do the bottom. I can just do the bottom.
Would you want to try the bottom? Whoop!
How do you do that? Put both feet on that little block?
Yeah. Mom, just jump down.
Just jump down.
Do how Daddy do it.
Say good job, Mommy.
Mom,
Nice, you crush it too. Yeah.
No, in the bucket, silly. Silly me. Keep going.
I don't think you're almost there.
So, whoa, you did it! Climbing the indoor Via Ferrata was pretty darn fun, I have to say, and a great option to have the ping pong ball toss if you got little ones. But I would definitely suggest checking it out. There is also an actual Via Ferrata in Ouray that you can do if you are so brave. We didn't manage to have any time to do it with Poppy and everything, but it does look pretty fun. Now time to go get our last few clues for the scavenger hunt.
You get to pick one of these beautiful rocks out of here.
Your favorite.
And you can
Did we
pick
guess
whatever
right?
you can go through and see. Oh, look how shiny.
Wow.
You can pick the color you want.
You get to pick a rock. How cool.
A shiny one in here.
A shiny one in there. So after you complete the scavenger hunt, you go over to the visitor center and you get to pick out a fun rock. And then if you missed one of our last videos, we had just come over from Montrose and Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park. But while we were in Montrose, we stopped off at the farmer's market and grabbed some delicious mushrooms for dinner. This looks delicious. We made some mushrooms on toast, fresh mushrooms, yummy. And then a nice little evening hike with our dog, Mezzy. We were staying at the KOA in Ouray, and they had this really awesome trail for dogs, I guess people as well, but it was a really nice little easy hike for us after dinner. Now, if you're new to camping or RVing, KOAs are like a big chain of RV sites that you can stay at. They will cost a little bit more than like boondocking or some random ones, just as a heads up. But they also have some fantastic kids activities as well as trails or kids playgrounds, or we've had ones that have go-karts. They're just really fun place to stop at with an RV. The next day we headed back into town that night to try out somewhere to eat. So we headed over to a Mexican restaurant that was phenomenal. It was called Mia Mexico. Definitely up there on some of the best Mexican food in Colorado, and Colorado's got some really good Mexican food. This Mexican restaurant is about a block to a block and a half off of the main street, so always good to just explore off of the main strip. Taco that I started already, sorry, a tamale, and an enchilada with rice and beans. And Poppy did a quesadilla, kids quesadilla. What'd you say about the quesadilla?
Oh, it's the best one I had in my life.
It's the best one you've ever had in your life? Wow, that's pretty big because you've had a lot of quesadillas. And they're huge. Like, look at the jack next to it. These are big plates of food. And then, of course, we got some margaritas. I'm going to leave this one up to Jack since he's from Texas. What'd you think of that one?
So that's the best Tex-Mex outside of Texas I've had.
It was very, very good. I will say once he said that and I thought about it a little bit more, it kind of, if you've ever been to Fort Worth, it kind of honestly reminded me of Joe T. Garcia's, which is saying something because that is by far my favorite place to eat when we are in Texas. But yeah, if you're in Ouray, I would highly, highly recommend eating Mexican restaurant. Mi Mexico. But I think it says Miguel's on the Google Maps. But it's about a block and a half off of Main Street, so just, I mean, honestly, come. It's so good. Portions are huge. We have leftovers. Jack, show our leftovers.
I have 2 more meals.
Easily have 2 more meals. It was delicious. Poppy said it was the best quesadillas she has ever had in her life, which again is saying something because that kid has eaten a lot of quesadillas in her lifetime. But do you have something else to say?
Yeah. So for small combinations, which is 2, and rice and beans is $15. For large, which gets you a third, is about $18.
Which isn't bad when you think of it, that it gives you 2 meals on top, like also. But definitely super, super good. I would definitely recommend it. Check that one out. Amazing Mexican. Also would be fantastic after a big hike because it is a lot of food. Then we headed back to the KOA to do some fun activities that they had planned.
No.
Keep looking. The KOA had set up a whole dino hunt, which was super, super fun to walk around the whole campsite and try and find them. We found that one on the tree. Do you see any more? What? We just found 2 more? How fun is this? Are we hunting for dinos? Okay, let's check them off. How many we have left, Pops?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 more. We on a dino hunt? Okay, let's go find them. Got 1 left. Did you just find it? What? How fun. We went all over to find them. How fun was that?
That's the last one.
Yep. Okay, let's check it off.
Check it off. I never.
Here you go. Check it off.
I never had a dancing friend. I never did a dancing foot.
Good job. High five, high five. Good job. A dino and a tattoo.
That is awesome.
Can I see which ones you picked?
Congratulations.
What do you say?
Can I have your sheet back?
Come on in, you guys have a s'more.
Well, that dino hunt was so much fun. They also had s'mores another day. They did painting rocks. It was a lot of fun at this KOA. Now, time to do a little bit more shopping. This shop had some really great items. I would definitely check this one out. It was really nice. There's obviously a lot of great ones, but this one was not on the scavenger hunt. I bought another hat. But it's fun. Look at the feathers. And it's green, and it's fun, and I like it. I like Ouray. Okay, so we're at the KOA, and we're gonna do one of our favorite fun activities, right? Can you tell us what it is?
Do the rocks.
We're gonna do rocks. So at the KOAs, they have these, not all of them, but some of them have these really fun, like, sluice box things that you can do, and you buy a bag of rocks, and you could either find gems, or rocks, or fossils, or a mix of all of the above. So let's go check out and see what we can find. Come on.
Put the kids.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Ooh, that's cool. Whoa, look what we've got in here. Let's see. Some cool rocks and a shark tooth. Look, a purple rock and a shark tooth. Then the weather started to come in, so we headed into town to grab some dinner and try out a new place. It was in a really old building, and it was very pretty and different and cool inside. The Western Grill is located in a 1980s old saloon and dining hall, and they have like a farm-to-table kind of concept meets a steakhouse, or as they like to say it, farm to fire. They source everything locally from the western slopes, so everything is very seasonal. We got a blue cornbread to start out with. It looks like it has some honey, some butter, and like a remoulade or something. Looks good. Let's give it a try.
Fried chicken.
Kids pasta and butter. It's either pasta and butter or fried chicken with mashed potatoes. I did a cavatelli with white beans and sausage and some sage. Looks good. Okay, so we finished up dinner.
Most expensive dinner of the trip.
It was beautiful inside, and the food wasn't bad, but I do think it was overpriced for the food that you received.
Significant.
By like $10 to $12, appetizers maybe like $5 to $8 over what it should have cost. It wasn't bad food by any means. I just think it was overpriced for what you received. But it was absolutely beautiful in there, and yeah. Next, we headed over to Ridgeway, which is a pretty close town to Ouray, to try out a brewery. It was called the Floating Lotus, and it was pretty good. We did a flight as well as a few extra tasters. Jack did all the IPAs and pale ales, and I did a stout and a sour. They were good. The next day, the rain let up. It got way nicer, way sunnier, so it was a perfect day to go and do a hike, as well as some more fun things as well. But let's start out with the hike. Let's go and explore some amazing spots, do some hikes, and also eat at some awesome restaurants. We're also gonna do some car rides to some really cool places like the $1 Million Highway. So let's go, let's explore this amazing place, and let's go have some fun. To get to the hike, you gotta drive through town a little bit and then head up that mountain just a tiny bit, and then you'll get to the Box Canyon hike. So as we start this hike, let's learn a little bit about this area. Ouray is part of the San Juan Mountains, which is one of the youngest as well as the largest mountain ranges in Colorado. Now, nearly 2 billion years ago, the foundation of the Rocky Mountains were laid down. At this time, the oldest rocks in Ouray were formed, the quartzite found in Box Canyon. Throughout time, many faults and cracks formed within the bedrocks of Ouray, but approximately 220 million years ago, a massive fault began to form at Box Canyon. Over millions of years, the hard rock on the south side pushed up, while the soft sedimentary rock on the north side dropped down. And the alpine glaciers began to carve an opening for the falls that we will see later on in this hike. And as time passes, the water and the powerful force of that water keeps eating away at the canyon.
The next one should be a fish.
Look at that.
So at the end of this bridge, there's this little tunnel, as Poppy calls it. Let's go in and check it out. Come on. Okay, I'm 5 foot, so if you're tall, just heads up. You don't have a lot of clearance. Let's go. Ooh, it's so spooky. Ooh. Okay, so you come out of this tunnel, which, by the way, clearance, if you're anything above 5 feet, I would duck. And then, hold up, I'm gonna turn around, but hold on. There are some decently steep stairs here. Jack said right where the stairs kind of change color, like right there-ish. There becomes very large gaps in between the stairs, so he just didn't want Poppy and I to do it. But he headed all the way over past that path to see if he can get any good shots, but this is kind of the end of the path. It goes a little bit farther that way. He'll show you what that looks like, but yeah. What do you think of this hike so far?
I also love the tunnel and it's very dark and you can see a bump on the tunnel.
Okay, cool. It is a cool tunnel.
I can show you right now.
Okay. Following you, go.
Right here.
Oh yeah, there is a big pole, you're right.
So once you pass the tunnel, it goes pretty steep down on a staircase that's got some openings. I would not suggest it for a little kid, and it's a pretty steep looking down right at the edge. It's good for adults if you are not good at inclines at altitude. Not maybe the best hike, probably stop at the bridge, but it does give a really good view of the Box Canyon side. So, all right, back to Emma. We're doing the kind of the upper falls trail with the bridge up there, where you can get a good view of like a bridge that goes across here. That's the lower falls trail. It's much less steep, much easier to do, gives you a good view. Goes you all the way up to the falls.
What? You can walk that part. That one says to the falls, so let's go to the falls. Turn this way. So we started with the harder section and went up first, and that was to the upper falls. Now that we've done the harder part, we came down and kind of went straight from the path, and now we are going to the falls. So let's go check it out from the bottom. Come on. So yeah, be careful your head. Low clearance again on this path here, but it looks like it's gonna be a pretty cool sight. Come on. This area was very, very cool, but it was also very, very loud and a little bit wet as well, just from the mist coming off of the falls. Up there is the bridge that we walked across before.
Really loud. It is really loud.
It's so loud!
Yeah, we did. Okay, we just did the Box Canyon. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool hike.
I think the lower one is pretty much almost anybody could do as long as you don't have mobility issues. But I think the upper one is definitely moderate and definitely a little challenging in some spots. There's definitely some scrambles and everything like that, but the views were spectacular and it was pretty cool.
It's Colorado moderate. It's probably
Yeah, it's probably hard for
yeah,
other states, but
it's pretty steep.
it was definitely steep, but it was fun. What'd you think, Poppy?
Daddy helped me do it.
Daddy did help you, but did you think it was a good hike? Should people do it? Yeah? Yeah, that was fun.
And party hard.
And parts were hard, yeah. Okay, so since we did both the upper and the lower, we ended up doing 1.1 miles, I believe it says, and about 242 feet of elevation gain. There's a good amount of stairs for both. You don't have to do the stairs for the lower one, or like all of them, but we did do over a mile for the whole entire thing. Can you tell us how much it was to stop at Box Canyon? Because I forgot to film the price and you went and paid.
It's $7 for adults, $4 for kids that are older than
4
4 to 16, and then under 4 are free.
Okay, now we're gonna head over to Silverton via the $1 Million Highway, and it is called the $1 Million Highway because it cost $1 million at the time to actually make the highway, hence its name. And I will probably be freaking out for most of it because it's a little bit of a sketchier ride with winding roads along the side of a mountain, which is what I hate. But we're gonna do it anyway. Let's have fun. Come on, let's go. So it starts right here, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're about to start right here as we turn this bend is the $1 Million Highway. So basically, if you follow through Main Street of Ouray, you will hit $1 Million Highway, like the very start of it. So that's what we're doing. Let's go. Hopefully I don't freak out too much. Let's go. If you've watched any of our videos before, you know that I usually freak out just a tiny bit when it's windy roads on the side of a mountain. But we got this. Let's go. I'm trying to keep it under control. And what'd you just say?
Avalanche area.
I don't care if the sign says it. Don't let me know that.
But there's not snow.
But it could be a rock avalanche.
That's not called an avalanche.
There is snow in the mountains, just not really enough for an avalanche, but still. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the $1 Million Highway. Some fun facts about it, some terrifying facts about it, and all in between. And also we'll learn, in case these images didn't give you quite a clear picture on why I was so nervous to do it, let's talk about it. The $1 Million Highway is a beautiful but challenging 25-mile scenic drive in southwest Colorado connecting Ouray and Silverton. It's famous for its hairpin turns, steep drop-offs, and stunning views. The drive has mostly no guardrails, which in my opinion makes it a lot scarier. And sections can be very narrow. The name of the $1 Million Highway is debated between several things, such as between the cost of the construction being $1 million or the fact that $1 million of gold ore is buried within the road's fillings, or simply that it has $1 million views, or even from a original traveler who obviously was a lot like me and was so terrified to drive the road and said that they would not drive it again for $1 million. Personally, I agree with that person.
Moose crossing sign, keep our eyes open. Gotta find moose.
Did not end up seeing any moose, but I did see a bear, but unfortunately did not get it on film. But it was originally built as a toll wagon road in the late 19th century connecting the two mining towns. But it also has a reputation of being one of the most dangerous roads in the US. There are usually about 40 crashes per year on this road, on this stretch of road, with an average of 7 deaths per year. And even though it is one of the most dangerous roads, it is also on the top 10 most scenic highways in America. Now, it is absolutely beautiful, but it is also a little scary at the same time. Now we've made it over to Silverton, so let's go and explore that beautiful town for a little bit and have some lunch. But before we go have lunch, let's learn a little bit about this very historical town of Silverton. It was established in 1874, and it sits on an elevation of 9,305 feet, or 2,836 meters. Its current population is only about 700 people, but at its peak it was over 3,000. It's one of the oldest known major mineral-bearing areas in the U.S. The mineral wealth of the San Juan Mountains was known by the Spanish explorers at least 150 years before the California Gold Rush. The Spanish explorers ended up going back to Mexico, but their discoveries were in journals, but the amount of wealth has been lost. The first great mining rush of Colorado started in 1859 around Denver, but the San Juan Mountains are on the opposite side of the state and the most rugged and difficult mountains. But in 1860, a prospector led by Charles Baker discovered the valley known as Baker's Park. This started a rush and ended in about a decade later, since there was not a large amount of placer gold. Where Baker's Park was, it was settled in 1874 as Howardsville as well as Silverton, and it quickly became just Silverton. Okay, now let's go have some lunch at Handlebars Restaurant.
We're gonna go to the VIP section. You good with that? Okay.
You definitely can't say there was nothing to look at in this restaurant. I will say it was very helpful for little ones to do I Spy because there was a lot to spy. The menu looks great, but I feel like we have to try the award-winning buffalo chili.
You have to start with onion rings.
You have to start with onion rings. And wine.
We got mac and cheese with french fries and a little bit of veggies. And then Jack and I are splitting. This is like a bacon, avocado, and cheese sandwich. And then their award-winning chili. It's won it twice, so let's give it a try. It's bison chili. Go for it, Jack. Looks hot.
It's good chili.
Looks good. It's kind of like a BLT, but instead of the lettuce, it's avocado and added cheddar on it.
Good. Let's go to Poppy for a review on the mac and cheese. Double thumbs up.
So I did ask for at least this on the side, so I didn't need to take a dairy pill, but they may normally put this all on top of this, but we got a peach cobbler, and boy does it look yummy.
It's a lot of peaches. It's a lot of peaches. It's warm, I can see the steam. That's good, that hits the spot. That's tasty.
Okay, let's go check out the town of Silverton now. You don't want to go to the jail? You want to get locked up? So if you don't take the $1 Million Highway into Silverton, another great way to explore this town is by doing the railway from Durango to Silverton. You usually get a few hours in Silverton before you hop back on and head back to Durango. I would definitely recommend it. It's very cool. Silverton also had a bunch of really cute shops to explore, but now let's head back to Ouray on the $1 Million Highway again. Okay, so since I hate any kind of windy roads, what do you think of the $1 Million Highway, since you're the one that drove it?
It's really pretty. It's definitely not as hard as I thought it would be.
I agree with that. I don't think it was as scary as I thought it was going to be, but I do think it was scarier going from Silverton to Ouray than Ouray to Silverton.
Yep. It's more downhill going the other way.
Yeah.
Or going from Silverton to Ouray.
Correct. And more like on the edge of creepiness. Then we had a relaxing night by the fire, did some s'mores. We got this really cool stuff off of Amazon that makes the fire turn rainbow, basically, which Poppy thought was the coolest thing ever. I'll leave a link below. But it was a pretty fun, relaxing night because the next day we had a busy day and we were planning on doing a lot of off-roading. At the KOA that we were staying at, you could rent a Jeep from them, and it was about the same price as if you wanted to rent it in downtown Ouray, but this was just a little bit more convenient for us. So we decided to rent it from the KOA and go and explore by car. Okay, so we have rented a Jeep today. It was $311 after insurance and all of that.
And 1 cent.
Oh, and 1 cent, sorry. So we have a Jeep and we're going...
We're cheating on our Jeep.
We are back on the $1 Million Highway right now, but we are going to go do some off-roading trails that are off of the $1 Million Highway. And, oh my gosh, there's bikers on this, which is insane. And we'll take you along for the adventure because apparently they have some really good off-roading trails here. We'll see. I know they're very different than Moab, in case you've missed that episode. I'll leave a link below, and go check that one out because we had some really fun off-roading trips there.
Yeah, what are you?
Yes, with your friend. But yeah, let's go check out some of the ones in Ouray, Colorado. Okay, we're starting the trail. Are you excited?
Yep, Corkscrew Pass.
That's what this one's called, is Corkscrew?
Gulch.
Okay, so a little bit of information about Corkscrew Gulch. It's considered a moderate trail in the Uncombage National Forest. It's about 7 miles from point to point, and there is an elevation gain of 3,723 feet. The trail cuts through the heart of old mining country, and it winds between Red Mountain 1 and 2. I will say the route is easy if it is dry, but once it starts to get a little wet, it can become a little bit more difficult due to slippery clay and soil. And when we were here, a lot of the snow melt was happening, so there was a few little slick parts. So just be careful if you decide to do this. What do you think? You like it? What was that? Too many bumps? What was that?
She said this was the harder of the couple that we were doing today.
Okay. Because I was going to say, I might be done after this one.
That's his favorite.
What is that? The river crossing! Woo! So we just passed like a tour group thing that you can do, and we talked to the tour guide, and he said that Jeeps are making it all the way up as of today. It is dried out enough, so we're gonna try and make it all the way to the top. He said he did not, he wants to give it another day or two just to dry out, but he did have like 6 to 8 people in the back of basically a truck. So we're gonna try and make it all the way to the top apparently. Let's go.
Climbing.
Got some snow now, and puddles and water. Is this fun?
Yeah.
We're just taking a little break from the car.
Yeah, Carl, we may want to do the horse, so we just want to loop back now.
Thanks for the update. Yeah, you can. It looks like it's apparently all the way open, but some of the cars behind us just said it doesn't look like the pass is open on the other side if we wanted to make it all the way to Silverton. So I think we'll go back and we'll try some other trails. But it's pretty, isn't it?
Look, what's that?
What? Oh, chipmunk.
A silver.
So this path keeps going all the way up, and then you can basically see here where it zigzags, and it goes to right around there. Right? Here, I'll zoom. It goes straight about there. That last line of snow is kind of, you can see somebody coming back down it right now. So yeah, I think we're kind of good here. We could make it all the way up if we really wanted to. I think we're gonna go down and try another trail though. We've made it most of the way. Other people that are here said that you can get to the top, but then it's not plowed enough to make it down the other side of the mountain, which would be probably the only real reason to get all the way up there. So I think we're just gonna head back down. So as we make our way down, I do want to talk about one thing that we weren't able to actually do on this trip. We hiked and we explored this area by car, but another popular thing to do is explore the hot springs in the area. There are 3 different options for hot springs. Ouray Hot Springs pools, which you see as you come into Ouray, and that's the family-friendly one with lap pools and slides and much, much more. Twin Peaks Hot Spring is a little more spa-like and tranquil. And then there's Overpass Hot Springs, and that is a clothing optional one. But they're all heated from geothermal water and rich minerals. Back in the day, the old-timers would not only bathe in the waters, but they would also drink the water for its healing powers, as well as boiling their eggs in the water. Because, you know, why not? I actually think it's prettier views going down, honestly. A little scary, but definitely pretty. You didn't get this same view, obviously, going up, but it's pretty going down.
It's steep going down.
It is steep. What grade do you think we're going? This one doesn't, it doesn't tell you, I already tried.
It's probably like, the max grade is probably 10, 12, somewhere in there.
Okay, I thought it was a little more, but okay, I don't know.
You okay?
I'm glad you're okay.
Not your favorite part. down, and then we go up, and then we go down.
Okay, we just made it to the bottom. What'd you think?
It's a good trail.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how difficult is it for driving wise? I mean, I wouldn't drive it, but I also don't know what I'm doing.
Kind of like moderate-ish. It's just slick.
Okay. Now we're gonna look and see what we have next. We got 2 other options. We'll see which one we want to do next.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Next, we are heading to Red Mountain Pass. This one doesn't look as long as the last one, and you said the last one was probably one of our harder ones, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this one should be a little bit easier. So in case that other one looked like too much for you, we got this one. Okay, scratch that. We are not gonna do that one. We just ran into another Jeep and he was like, yeah, you can make it like 2 or 3 miles and then you can't do it, not worth it. They were from here though, and so or have done a lot of the trails at least. And they suggested Overpass to us, and I've seen some pictures of this one online, so this one should be fun. Let's go check that one out, and yeah, let's go. We found Overpass. Let's get it going.
A stream!
Daddy's favorite.
Oh yeah. That was a good one. A puddle!
That rock's disconcerting. Didn't love that. It didn't start out bad at all. I would actually probably have driven the beginning if I wanted to. Now it's a little bit harder. Just a little bit. And a little spots where I'm like, ooh, that's a little close to the edge. But
It's pretty easy.
yeah, this one so far seems easier. It is bumpy, but I don't think it's as bumpy as the last one either, though. It's not as bumpy in this seat. It's these seats that are bumpier.
Over here, definitely bumpy.
Over there's definitely bumpy, yeah.
It's driving like a gravel driveway.
Very, very gravel driveway.
You can see where there was an avalanche.
That's not fun. Oh god, that's really not reassuring.
Almost to the snow. Bumpy now. Look at this. No, look at this.
Look forward. That's cool. We made it! We made it! You did it! Good job. Too bad we can't go all the way through.
15-foot things.
I mean, it's very tall.
It was worth it for this.
Yeah, worth it for the picture?
Yeah.
Worth it for the picture?
Yes, 100% worth it for the picture.
A little sketchy, but not too bad. Not too bad of a ride. But honestly, this super tall snow is so cool! So we made it to Overpass. There's us for proof. I've made it to Overpass. Okay, it's windy, so I'm not sure if you can hear me, but there's a bunch of stickers on here, so you know what? We did it. I'm putting our sticker on it. Hold on. So if you ever come here and you see our sticker, take a picture and tag us in it, because that's just kind of fun. Okay. Okay, I'm walking so I get a picture of the car, but look at how tall this snow is. That's cool. So the road is closed. It says it right there. Looks like they're still kind of plowing it a little bit. Sorry, it's kind of windy, but it's really pretty this way. heading back down. Since it was blocked, we have to head back the way we came, which is totally fine. We'll show you a few shots of the way down, because it's always pretty going down. You get a different vantage point. But it took us about 30 minutes to get to the sign and 30 minutes to get back to the summit, so just in case you were doing it, then you know. It was fun, but that one was fun. To see the really tall snow was just pretty darn cool. Yeah, we got one more cool thing planned for tonight, and we are heading to Telluride for it.
After that epic drive, we headed over to Telluride for the Hot Air Balloon Festival. I'll leave a link to that episode in case you want to see it. How cool is this?
Super cool.
Okay, just like that, we are in the car and we are leaving Ouray, Colorado. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, get out and live a little. Bye, guys.